Yes, we've seen a lot of great players on the basketball court this season, which got us thinking, what kind of all-star team could we put together with all of the players, the great ones from the Houston area? So we asked a Hall of Famer, Jim Hicks from RCS Sports, to come up with an H-Town all-star team, one that could take on any all-star team in the state. Here's what Jim came up with.
Hey, you know there's a multitude of talent in and around Greater Houston. But today I was thinking, what if we put together an all-star team? And if this team can go and play against the all-star teams from various other cities, I think this team right here that I'm about to give you guys would come away unblemished. First of all, to start this team off, I'm gonna need the anchor. I'm gonna need Mr. Swiss Knife himself, and that is Shelton Henderson from Bel Air High School. He's about 6'6". He's built like Shrek on the court. He's averages 21 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game. And guess what? He's signed with Duke, and this is a player that you don't want to miss. Okay, you got Shelton, but I'm gonna need a guy that can hold this thing together, that can run the team, and that is my man Trae Lewis. He's 6 foot tall, Grand Oaks High School. This young man is signed with Independence Junior College up in Kansas. They are a perennial powerhouse in the junior college ranks. If you need a bucket, Trae can give it to you. If you need somebody to cut and slice and go get inside of defenses, he can do that. If you need a stop, Trae can do that. Guess what? If you need a Trae can give you that. Next up, we have Bryce Jackson. He's about 6'6" from Shadow Creek High School. He's signed with University of Houston. This young man right here can play the 2 or the 3 or the 4 or even the 5 if you want him to. He does everything on the court well. He can defend. He can get into those passing lanes. He can start to ignite the break. And guess what? He's one of the best teammates you can ever wish for. Next up, I need a defensive specialist on this team. I need a guy that's not going to really command the ball, but if he gets the ball, he's Mr. Reliable. He can win. That's Jalen Fenner. He's 6'6", Atascocita High School. He's a senior signed with Louisiana Tech, and guess what? He does everything that you need him to do on that court. Rounding out this list of my starting 5 is Sebastian Williams Adams over at Houston St. John's High School. This young man right here, he's about 6'8". He's signed with Auburn, and he can play multiple positions as well. We're talking about a guy that's averaging 18.9 points a game, 8.2 rebounds a game, 3.8 assists a game. Sebastian Williams Adams. Remember that name, SWA. Here to stay. Now you got my starting 5. Now we're going to come off the bench. This team, remember, this is our Houston All-Star team. We're taking this team on the road. Whenever you guys ready, you can roll with us. But my first guy off the bench, I need some energy. I need a guy that's going to be able to do everything and then take a little barking from the coach and not even flinch. And that is Michael Collins over at Shadow Creek High School. I'm talking about he has a built-in Red Bull inside of him. He don't stop. And I'm talking about this young man, he's special. I'm going to need, I mentioned instant energy with Mike Collins. I got a different type of energy when I'm coming with this next guy. His name is Kevin Sargent. He brings you 15 points a game. He brings you 12 rebounds a game. He can score from 15 feet in. And guess what? He is relentless. I call him Baby PJ Tucker. Last but certainly not least, you're talking about winning ways. You can't get better than undefeated for most part of this season. We're talking about Skylar Holt. He's about 6'6" at Stafford High School. He can rebound well with out of his range. He can step back, hit the 3-pointer when needed. He can create matchups. And one thing that I like about this young man, as I like about most of them, he knows how to win. These young men, I take this team and put them up against any city in any state, and they will prevail. And guess what? You take this team, you win.
Yeah, that's a pretty good squad right there, Jim. Thanks for playing along with us.